the first place, all we are going to do, we are not using these individual elements into our index homepage in some separate or distinct places, such as this one. This is the category page. We have mentioned it once here, then we are mentioning it once again over here into this archive page. We won't be doing this kind of stuff. If we get back to our content.php, we can see that the same element lies here. So we are not going to use it distinctively. All we are going to do, first of all, let's cut this single element. So we have cut it. So we are doing all these stuffs here. We won't be needing this HTML element here too. So we are going to remove it. And the same thing goes here. We won't be needing them. This is the first thing that we need to do. Let's get back to our project and see if there's anything happens or not. So nothing happens here. This is the subtle page, and as usual, all those buttons are practically gone. And the same thing can be said for this archive page. Each and every buttons are now gone. Let's head back to the home page first. In this home page, we need to remove this from this content.php. We have placed this button into this content.php right below the excerpted field. So we are going to remove it from here too. We did it here. So there's no button practically right over here. Now if we head back to this index.php, let's have a check. First of all, let's put them all in intended. So this is what we are going to do next. There it goes. So everything is right back into its order. Now this is the else if statement so far that we have used. We will be ending this loop here. There it goes. Now we are going to initiate a new block which states if the page we have opened, it is a home page or it is a category page or it is an archive page. So under these conditions, first of all, it should be checked whether the page, it is a home page or it is a category page or it is an archive page. So if any of these conditions is met here, so all it is going to do, let's get out of PHP and hop into it again here. And here we are putting this thing. So the element is back. Now what is exactly happening? First of all, our page is being checked by WordPress, whether it is a home page or is a category page or is an archive page. If any of these conditions is met, then only this individual button will be activated. Else, this button won't be activated into our theme. So this is the next thing. We have done it up to this far. Press Ctrl S and get back to our page and reload. And we can see that this continue reading box is back into action. First of all, let's check whether they are working properly or not. So if we click on this sample page, we can see that this is a category page. That is why the continue reading box is on into this individual page. In the similar manner, if we get back to this archive page here, we can see that this is the archive page where this continue reading box is being observed. There's absolutely no problem, and the most important thing is all these buttons are practically being controlled from the index page into a single place. So if we make any changes here, for say instead of button primary, if we use here this button secondary class. Press Ctrl S, head back to your project and reload, and you can see that for this archive page, this button is now changed to button secondary. Now if we head back to this home page, similar thing happens here. The button is now changed into the button secondary. For the category page, the same thing is being observed. The button is now changed into this button secondary. So every changes can be brought about if we make a simple change into a particular one place. So we are making these changes into this index page, into this one line. Practically here, if we use some alternate classes here, it will be immediately taking place and it will be seen all over into our theme. Wherever this individual condition is made, that means it will be checking for whether this page is a home page or is a category page or is an archive page. And we can continue this list so on with further pages wherever we wish to apply this kind of changes. Now the next and the last thing is to put them properly synchronized in their places. We can see that the content of this page, this category page, it is practically using a container, but the button is lying outside the container. It is practically taking up the whole device width. So to overcome this problem, all we need to do, we need to head back on top of our index page, and here we need to apply the same old div class container. The next thing is div class row, and the last thing is div class call lg12. There it goes, and we will be, it should be ended right over here. There it goes. There it goes. Get back to your project and reload, and now we can see that everything comes into this individual container element. Let's head back to this category page. We need to remove all those classes from here. We don't wish to put anything here, any HTML classes. There it goes for this category pages. Similar thing goes for this content page. If we do not wish to make anything right over here. So this is the div class call lg12. We are removing it. All we are going to do, we are going to use some basic HTML classes with some particular elements, but we are not wrapping it up into a container element right into this individual content.php. And the similar thing should be gone for this archive page here. We will be removing each and every container those we had placed earlier into this tutorial. So press Ctrl S, head back to your project and reload, and you can see that everything now comes right back into its order. So this is the home page, this is the sub page, as we can see. That means this is the category page, and if we head back to this archive page, this is practically the archive page. So everything is back into its order. This is the footer section, and we can see that this is the continue reading box that brings us, that takes us to these individual elements that we have created. So everything is now right back into its order. So let's hop into the next part of this tutorial, which is practically the customization part. Thank you.